The Hi Tech Nomad here, and I always try to talk about high-tech things, and they don't always have to be electronic things. And so today we're going to take a look at KeySmart, which is a high-tech way of organizing your keys. It's or at least a better way of organizing your keys. So I have my keys here. I have it on a little chain because I tend to lose them if I don't have it on a chain. I have my keys, my car key obviously, my flash drive, which is falling apart, and which, by the way, a lot of these key ones, you can see that's all it is. That's as big as the pieces on the inside. The rest of it's just empty. I might put this on, I might not. I might need to buy another one of these, but we will go through it. So I've put down the jeweler's cloth for you today, my friends. So the KeySmart thing is pretty simple. It comes with everything you see here from Ramco. No, it comes with everything you see here. And I have the expansion pack already installed. So that means that the posts are, let's zoom in a little bit because I'm going to be doing really, see if I can zoom in. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Thank you. Okay. So the posts are going to be half as high as they normally would without the expansion pack. And then once you, of course, screw those in, you can never get those apart. So that's okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is take the keys off of my ring. I hate that little key ringy thing. I always get my fingernail caught in there. So we'll slide these keys out. 1, 2, 3. Let's get another one. Can we get another one out of here? Try to get them all started. Get them off the ring, and we'll decide what we're gonna use, what we're not gonna use. Please bear with me here as I do this. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so we have all of our keys, and it comes with a bunch of spacers. In fact, that's actually not even all the spacers. I think I got like a. They are very generous with the spacers, especially since they don't know how many keys you're going to put on. So as you can see, we got more than enough spacers. Now, what do we need spacers for? Whatever we do, we have to come and be flush with the top part of this. That's the key. Excuse the pun. All right. So what we have to do now is stack our keys on either post until we get the desired height. Now, one of the things I found was I started putting, so my front door keys are this key. So I put that key on there, and then I put the second key on, and then I realized that's kind of dumb, because then what happens is I have to pull this key out to do the first lock, then put this key away, then come around on the other side and flip this over. So I would suggest that you put similar keys on the same side. So these two keys belong to that door. These two keys belong to the other door. This belongs to one office. This belongs to another office. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll put this key on this, you know what? We'll put this key on this side. And then we'll put this is going to hold it so we can put our car key on the other end. So we're going to put this on this side. Now again, if I wanted to put the flash drive on, I could. But one, I don't want to put this one on right now because, as you can see, it's falling apart, so it's not that good. It's as thin as a regular key. And the second thing is I have to make up the difference with these spacers. So we might have a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to just stick with this for right now. So as long as it's flush, we should be okay. And they said do it so that the keys are facing in. It doesn't make a difference. I'm going back and forth just because I'm silly this way. But you certainly could do them the other way if you wish. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, and then another 3. I'm just trying to think of which way I want to do these. This is another 3. Okay, yeah, we should be all right. And then I'm going to put 4 over here. We don't have a 4, but we do have the piece for our car key, so that's fine. Then I'm going to have to make the difference up with spacers. So I have to make the difference up with spacers. Now, I could, see if I did put this on, I could actually do it because you can see it's right, that's pretty much flush. I could, and then I have to make the difference up with spacers here, but I'm not going to because that's falling apart anyways. So let's put a spacer on here. Still not flush. Put another spacer on. That's pretty much flush. Let's put a spacer on over there. That's not flush. Let's put a spacer on there. That's flush. Okay, that's pretty much it. You got mail. Now I'm going to take the top section and put that on. Oop. We want to put the top section on, and then we want to put the screw in. And I'm reaching around the camera to do this, so it's a little bit difficult. Plus, I also don't have my 1+ readers on, so I look like Jackie Gleason trying to read a contract. So I just want to thread that in just a little bit. They tell you what screwdriver to use. I've been using a little dime here. That's the right piece for it. And I just want to screw it in just a little bit here. Turn that out. Okay, now, they say very carefully, do not over-tighten. You have this, you do have this desire to want to over-tighten, and I'll tell you why, because you're saying to yourself, I'm moving keys back and forth, and if I unloosen this screw, my keys are going to fall out. Well, that's actually not true, because the keys are turning on the post, they're not even touching the screw. And if you over-tighten, what you do is you're going to either break the screw, or you're going to turn it so much into that post that the next time you try to turn it off, you're going to actually unscrew the post from the bottom, and then you got another whole set of problems that you don't want to have to deal with. So there's a rubber gasket underneath of that screw. So basically, just turn it until it stops. That's it. That you do not have to over tighten these. I made that mistake. I had to actually go downstairs to the cellar and put the thing in to untighten it. So not a good deal. Okay, so this is what we end up with. And now I'm going to put. I'm either going to put my. Normally they were saying put your car key on there. Put your car key on there. I'm not, because I need this ring. So I'm going to actually. It's actually funny. I have that little thing that you use to reset a phone. That little, anytime you have a device that has that little pinhole, I probably could have fit that in lieu of one of the spacers. I might try and do that later on, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to stop here. So let's just get that on. Let me just pull that a little closer to me here. A little tough to do from a mile away. Okay. So now I end up with just these two items. I think I'm going to actually take this off of my key ring for right now, and I think I will later on try to incorporate that in there, because that's another thing. You find this thing in your pocket. You find this thing in your pocket, and I'll tell you, on a cold day, you jam your hand into that, you know it. So I'm going to take that off. So basically now I have just two pieces, and this just feels like a pocket knife. And now to get my keys, I simply just pull it out. And so for the two keys I would use, just put one in, turn it. So you have to take a little getting used to, because you're turning this whole thing to turn the keys. But that's okay. Like I said, I got used to it in like 5 minutes. And yes, they are free and easy to move. They're not going to just fall out. You can see that. Okay, they're not going to fall out, and they're not going to untighten that screw. And so the most I might have to do is just kind of push them together every once in a while if they start to kind of come out. Just push them together. But that's a lot easier to have in my pocket. This is a lot easier to have in my pocket rather than that whole piece. Okay, that's it for today. This has been the Key Smart. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. But then give me a comment and tell me why you didn't like it so I can improve. That's how we all learn. Also, if you want to subscribe to our channel, that would be fantastic. So I think that somebody else is watching them except for 3 old people in Estonia who I know. That's it for now. This is the Hi Tech Nomad signing off.